That horn looks very interesting. Crikey, yeah, that is loud, isn't it? You're watching Down at the Barns, following the stories of people and their love of classic cars. Everything from restoration to electric conversion. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss an episode. The Triumph TR4 was produced between 1961 to 1965, but only 40,253 cars were built during its 5-year run. During development, it was codenamed the Zest. Advanced features for this sports car was the adjustable fascia ventilation and the option of a unique detachable hardtop with a fixed glass rear window, created 5 years before the famous Targa roof of the Porsche 911. The vast majority of the TR4s were sold in the US market, but what makes this model even more unique is the fact that it used to belong to the Southend Police Response Unit. Well, thanks John for bringing out this TR4 today. It's an absolutely amazing vehicle, a police pursuit car from Southend. How did you get hold of it?
Just by chance. I was looking through ads for cars and just came across it.
And you weren't actually after this, though? You were after a 911, is that right?
After an old 911, that's right.
Yeah, so a bit of a change up.
Well, I'd had TRs when I was young, and I always said I was going to get another one, but didn't realise it was going to take me 50 years.
Yeah. And you had it when you were younger, you had a TR3?
A TR2.
TR2, right, okay. How much did you pay for that?
65 quid.
Which is great.
I used to have to hold the roof on above 80 miles an hour.
Right, okay.
Not that I would do 80 miles an hour in these things anymore.
Yeah. So when this was at Southend, because it was in May 62 it came into service, yeah?
That's right.
And what sort of top speed would this have done?
Well, they're supposed to do about 110.
Right. So you'd have been pretty worried if this was chasing you down the road, I guess.
I guess it would be very unusual. It used to charge up and down the A127.
Right, okay. And it came out of service, when would it come out of service?
2 years, so 64.
All right, so it wasn't that long, so it knocked them out, is that what it is?
It was doing 1,500 miles a week.
Wow, that's quite a lot, isn't it? Crikey, that is a lot. And I've heard that the seat belts were added later because people had to hang on to their seats because of the speed. Is that right?
That's absolutely right.
So what did they do? They had to take the seats out and reinforce the floor?
They had to reinforce the floor.
That was sorted out. So eventually it got its own seat belts.
Yeah, just lap ones.
Right.
Those back in the day.
Yeah. So how rare is this car?
Well, in this livery, so to speak, with the police radio equipment in, I think it's unique. I'm aware of 2 others that are ex-police TR4s,
right,
that are on the road.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm not aware of anything that's been kitted out like this.
No. So you must get a lot of people interested when you're out and about with a car like this.
Oh, it just makes people smile.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got the Pi radio as well. You've got the Pi radio.
Yeah.
And you've got the telephone all linked in as well. We'll have a look at that a bit later. So this is the original as well?
It's not original to the car.
Oh, okay.
But it's the equipment that was used back in the
Exactly
day.
the same equipment. You've also got a policeman's hat, is that true?
Yes.
Do you wear it as you're driving along?
I've never tried it.
Which is good. And there's also a scale model, it's Corgi model, isn't there?
There is, yes. Revington commissioned those himself.
Right, have you got this model?
Yes, I've got it.
Oh, fabulous, yeah. And that was limited, I think, to 1,500 units.
That's right.
So nice having that as well as part of it. So did that come with it when you bought the vehicle?
Yes, it did.
Right, okay, that's brilliant. And, you know, when do you take this out? Nice summer days, you enjoy that sort of aspect?
Honest, when it's dry,
yeah.
I use it as a daily driver.
Right, which is great, isn't it?
Because I don't have a car apart from this. My wife has a car. So I've done a couple of thousand miles in it since I've had it.
Yeah. So, have you ever any teething problems with it? Is it running well?
It runs well. When I first got it, it really suffered from lack of use.
Right. Okay.
So just simply changing all the fluids and running it, new plugs, just went beautifully straight away.
Yeah.
The gearbox played up a bit recently, so I've had that rebuilt.
Right. Okay. And the whole restoration of it came about with a company called Revington, is that right?
Neil Revington.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
And is that a restoration company?
It's he has quite a significant business with rallying. He sponsors a TR racing circuit.
Yeah.
He's got some really exotic old TRs himself that he showed me when I went down, and they have a big spares business as well as repair and maintenance.
Right. Okay. So you've changed the tyres, then, haven't you? Is that right?
I did, yeah. I've got cross radial tyres on.
Yeah.
The original the car came with were Dunlops,
Right.
cross ply, and although they had lots of tread on, the rubber was obviously rigid.
Yeah.
So going around corners could be entertaining.
Oh, right. Okay. Now you got the Winkworth bell on this, haven't you? The alarm and everything. Can we give that a little bit of a demonstration?
Indeed,
Yeah. Fabulous. I'm not sure they've heard it though. If you're in the car in front, would you really? I'm not sure about that, but it wasn't very loud. No, but it's louder when the bonnet's open though. Is that right?
It's huge
Yeah.
with the bonnet open.
Yeah. And can we hear the horns as well? It's great, isn't it? Lovely.
I don't use those very often. It's quite enjoyable.
We had in a previous episode the Lotus Cortina Mark II, and I was asking the chap on that about the fact about police coming over. Did you get police come over and want to talk to you about it, or what's this? You know?
They want to photograph it.
Yeah, they want to be photographed with it. Yeah, which is good. And what about the original officers that would have driven this? Have you ever met up with them?
Yes,
or?
I bumped into a chap. He was a pretty old guy. He was doing some car valeting at Bridge Garage in Shoebury.
Right.
That a friend of mine ran. And this chap walked out and he looked at the car from the side and he said, "Oh, it's 4100." And it turned out he was a ex-police driver.
Ah, that's
And he remembered driving this in the Southend Carnival with the top down.
yeah.
People used to throw money in the back for the charity.
Oh, fantastic. That's interesting, isn't it?
And I've got a number of copies of emails that Neil Revington saved when he was able to track down some of the police drivers to tell him about how the equipment was laid out.
Right, okay. Yeah, yeah. It's nice though that you've got a lot of records about it, isn't it?
Yes.
It's nice when you've got a vehicle, you can actually see where it's been, who owned it, and you know, that's lovely, that sort of thing. I heard there's a story where there was an emergency in Southend at the hospital, and a police officer had to jump in this and at high speed go all the way to London.
Apparently it was a winter's icy, snowy winter, and they had to take either blood or drugs to the London hospital.
Right.
In the days before helicopters.
Yeah.
And the police were asked, they provided this, and it went down with all the bells, whistles.
All the way to London and back.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And how do you see classics for the future? How do you see it going, you know, with the fuel and with conversions and things? What's your opinion on it all?
Well, I guess electric conversion is going to become ever so much more common.
Yeah.
And as battery technology improves, it's going to become cheaper, isn't it?
Yeah. What do you think about? A lot of people don't like that in classics. What do you think?
Well, many classics aren't absolutely original anyway, are
Yeah.
they? They're often pastiche.
Yeah.
I don't have any strong
View on
feelings
it,
about
right?
it.
Yeah. So if this was converted to electric, would you be happy with that? Or do you feel
I wouldn't be unhappy about it.
Right, okay.
I guess I'm of the generation that grew up on carburettors,
Yeah.
bumpy, bouncy cars.
Yeah.
So it would seem different, but
Yeah.
the world changes, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. It'd be handy if the fuel prices come down as well. That'd help a little bit too, wouldn't
Gosh,
it?
yeah.
Running it,
Because
you know?
these things, they're probably only get about 25 to the gallon. And
Right,
you
okay.
have to use the premium fuel. So
Yeah. And any thoughts on E10? Because we've had a bit of a debate on that.
this has had the various rubber parts changed
Oh, right, okay, that's
to
good.
E10 compatible.
Right,
But I still use E5.
yeah. I think a lot of people do, because in case, I'm not sure, there's a bit of a debate on whether that works or not.
Absolutely, yeah.
We had an episode about that, and we had a stag that we thought maybe it burnt through the pipes there, so that was interesting. Okay, John, can we have a look underneath?
Surely.
Can we have a look, please?
Open sesame.
Right. Now, this looks great. It's very impressive. That horn looks very interesting. Crikey, yeah, that is loud, isn't it? My goodness me. This engine, though, isn't the original, is it? We don't think, is it?
I don't think it is the original. I've not checked the numbers, but I don't
Right.
think it is the original.
Yeah, yeah. And how do you feel it runs as an engine? What do you think
It
of
runs
it?
beautifully. It
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah.
I'm amazed how nice it is. So I've always been interested in cars.
Yeah,
I have absolute confidence in it, which when I first got it, I was quite concerned that I'd be spending as much time at the roadside as driving it.
Yeah.
But it's never given me a
Doesn't let you down.
second's worry.
yeah. What do you know about this particular engine? Because it's the actual TR4 engine in this, isn't
Yes,
it? Even
it
if it's
is,
not the
yeah.
original, we know it is the actual engine it would have been.
2.1 3.8cc engine,
Yeah,
twin carburetor.
yeah.
Absolutely standard. Originally was supposed to have been a tractor engine
Right, okay.
that Standard were making.
Yeah, yeah, interesting. And because you said that when you were younger earlier, you had a TR2.
Yes.
How'd that engine compare?
Well, if just looking at it,
Yeah.
exactly
the same.
identical.
Yeah, yeah.
It was slightly smaller capacity in those days.
Okay, should we put this down and let's have a look in the boot, can we? Let's have a look in the boot then, John.
Okay.
Got something special in here for me, haven't
Yep.
you? Wow.
We have the 1960s mobile phone.
Yes. Bit big though, isn't it?
It weighs about 12 kilograms.
Yeah. That's a Pi Vanguard radio, and that's what they would have used. It's got some interesting.
It must have linked in to
Somehow to the
telephone
Yeah.
on the transmission tunnel.
Yeah. And you've got your spare tyre underneath,
Yeah.
but that's the original ones you were
That's-
telling me about earlier.
That's the ones that Revington
Yeah.
put on when he rebuilt it.
Yeah, yeah. Not a load of space with that in there though. So do you travel with that, or do you tend to take that out?
That goes
Right.
in the garage.
Yeah, yeah. And could you tell me about your journey? Where did you go?
We took it down to Spain, to Costa Blanca,
Yeah.
a small place called Moreira,
Right.
which is north of Benidorm,
Yeah.
thankfully.
And what was that journey like in this car?
It was very enjoyable. It was very hot. It was 40 degrees at one point.
Yeah.
These cars have a reputation for overheating, but
Right.
in fact it never
Didn't it?
turned a whistle.
Wow.
It was fine.
Fantastic.
And it was such fun because the Spanish, particularly when they got children in their car, were fascinated
They're loving
by
it. Yeah, yeah. I hope you put your horn on.
Yes. Yeah. The security check-in at Bilbao at the docks, one of the security officers, a Spanish policeman, came over and suggested that we were colleagues.
That's brilliant. That's really good. Well, thank you ever so much, John, for bringing this down. It's
pleasure.
been absolutely amazing getting a chance to go back in time with a police pursuit car, which is fantastic. Thank you ever so much for that.
Pleasure.
And join us next time down at the Barns.